There's an unwritten code, a list of standards, upheld by true cowboys. Things like take pride in your work, finish what you start.
Pretty much done, bud.
Be tough, but be fair.
You go that way, you can get to the road.
One cowboy who treats these standards as gospel, Mantracker. This expert horseman and outdoor forensic specialist has saddled up with hardened riders in every corner of the vast Canadian wilderness. From Newfoundland to British Columbia. From the Yukon to the Badlands of Saskatchewan. He's even tackled the San Bernardino Mountains of Southern California. The one constant, no matter who's beside him, is the cowboy code. Mountain Creek guide Curtis Halleck is no exception, and it's why Mantracker has enlisted him once again to watch his back in Grande Cache, Alberta.
He's worked for a lot of guys in the area, you know, doing horse stuff and taking rides out and stuff like that. So any trail we get onto, if he doesn't know where it goes, he knows at least where it comes out.
He's experienced chasing man, and I'm experienced chasing game, and combine those, and you got quite the force on you. It's almost like Tonto and Lone Ranger, you know.
He's a huge help to me, and he's a good friend.
But a good bond isn't enough to find people fleeing from you in the bush. Tracking is an art, requiring physical and psychological skills. And these guys are going to need a balance of both to find this high-strung duo. A couple of screwball buddies from Hogtown, Cam and Pete. This pair won't argue the city boy tag.
How you doing?
They love the urban action, but their characters run deeper. They have a huge appreciation for the great outdoors and head to the woods every chance they get. Pete Stewart makes the wilderness his office. Tree planting and sucking up the fresh air is the kind of work he thrives on.
Push it.
And it's prepared him for the grueling challenge ahead.
Being a tree planter, I mean, you're accustomed to long, arduous days. What it really takes is a lot of mental toughness, a lot of intrinsic motivation, challenging yourself every day. And physically, it definitely prepares you. If you want to catch me, bud, bring it on, because it's not going to be easy. In it to win it, baby.
Cam Trottier is a tradesman who operates his own welding company. But burning steel is his day job. What he really loves is camping and canoeing in the remote north. The rugged outdoors doesn't faze him in the least.
Some call me cocky, some call me confident. It's a fine line. Nobody I know just is on the fence about me, and it's the same thing with Pete. People either love us or they hate us. That's the way it is. You know how they say in the show, know your land, know your prey. Well, we know our land and we know our tracker, so ultimately we are going to come out on top. I don't care what anybody has to say about that.
Being hunted in the woods is a nightmare at the best of times. Add in the extreme terrain of this region, and the fear factor can be overwhelming.
The country here is very sharp, it's very abrupt. The creeks and rivers are faster flowing. They're cold, they're glacier fed, not something you just run across every day.
If taking on some of Canada's most rugged terrain isn't challenging enough, there's an added test. This mountain region has been getting record-setting amounts of rain. Babbling brooks are now raging rivers, and the hills are subject to landslides. Cam and Pete are going to need every leg up they can muster.
We've got our own maps. A beautiful topographical map. This one is our back road map book that will know which every trail Mantracker is going to be traveling on.
The trackers make their way to the starting point with no map and no idea where the finish is located.
It's going to be somewhat going through the bush.
Got that right.
They'll have to rely on the resources they do have. Outdoor smarts, sturdy steeds, and a thirst for victory.
Oh, I could just imagine what's going through their heads. They're scared, they want to win.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get it going.
But, you know, when I got them in sights, anything, like man or animal, yeah, it's on.
The prey have their map, compass, and a starting strategy, but Mother Nature is throwing them a curveball.
Our original intent was to stay the south side, follow the river for a while, and then eventually cross it, maybe somewhere before it meets up with the highway again. River's swollen. It's going to be a lot harder to cross the river. You got to make decisions on the fly. So here we are. We're making a new route, and hopefully it'll work.
2 kilometers separate the hunters from the hunted. Adrenaline surges on both sides as they await the flare.
There it is.
That just happened. Bring it down. Let's do it.
The chase is set for the mountain wilderness surrounding Grande Cache, Alberta. To claim victory, Cam and Pete must travel 32 kilometers to reach their destination, a mountain summit northwest of the flare site. But there's a flood watch, and the swollen river has already redirected the prey to a bridge heading southeast.
Oh, this is really happening. Yeah, I know.
Got a bridge up ahead there. Oh, there they are. There they are. There's two people coming right up the road towards us.
Pete, there's horses up there, isn't there? Pete! Pete, there's horses right there, dude. Downhill, downhill.
Oh, they must have seen us going into the ditch now.
Boom. Not 500 meters in the chase. There's Mantracker. 5 minutes? Yo, that's... So let's just go around them.
We're trotting down the road trying to get to the flare, and here they come to meet us. Cool, we've never had that quick of an encounter before.
Our strategy right from the get-go just went right out the window, and we had to reorchestrate. It definitely was a wake-up call.
There's one set of tracks right there. The other set of tracks going in right here. One's pretty heavy lugged. Well, we got them down in here now. Well, what do you think? Should we go down now and go and follow them?
I can go up ahead and drop in just in case they try to pull another one on us.
Okay. It's good in some ways, but it's really bad in the fact that they get to see me right off the bat and they jump into the bush.
Pete, don't go too deep. Let's see what they'll do. You can't come down that slope. It's too slippery. I can really walk down it.
Let's check in here for some kind of a game trail.
They might decide to just follow back up that road now.
The prey's escape route isn't the best for the horses.
A little steep.
However, tackling the tough stuff is inevitable for the trackers. They need to build on their intel and pinpoint the prey's direction of travel.
We got two tracks through the grass. All the water's gone off them. And off in this direction.
We got the high water muskeg down there.
We got to kind of keep going down and around.
Way to make lots of noise, Pete. So graceful.
Chokes in right here, doesn't it?
Yep.
We're going to have to go back and around this pile of crap anyway.
Yep.
I was getting a little concerned that these guys were just going to start making a big circle around us and disappear, and we'd never know where they were.
You think be wary, because this top portion, they can definitely get in.
Oh, we got something there, heading the same direction. They've come right through there, haven't they? We got a bunch of flattened grass right there. Not much of a trail. I like the one we were on a little better.
Mantracker knows that captures are drawn-out procedures that require wearing down your prey. Cam and Pete are topped up with energy, with a good escape route. But the fact that Mantracker is in pursuit this early, with a known direction of travel, is a huge plus.
That's where they went. Yeah, that's exactly where they went.
Good something here. Yeah, it's their toes. They're running.
Well, there is a trail, Larry.
Yeah. And they went in where it was too wet. See if we can get through here.
Well, we'll see what happens. This ain't good.
Attaboy, attaboy.
Pete, there's horses right there, dude.
They're there.
5 minutes? Yo, that's... You can't come down that slope.
Cam and Pete counter an early run-in with Mantracker by bolting into the bush. The trackers follow, knowing capture is next to impossible, but pursuit a necessity. And they're getting an early taste of the tough terrain.
Attaboy, attaboy.
I'm not going that way.
I'm graced with this horse that came out of the wild. I'll go by my horse's senses a lot. We've chased moose, grizzly. We've pretty much chased it all and been chased by. In most cases, he's got the experience to like pull me through it.
And I'd give up some very valuable body parts to never have to go through like that ever again.
Okay, so our pace has been ruined. It's all right, man. We just gotta be smart here. Oh.
They probably jump back up on top, eh?
That's what I'm thinking.
Well, take a look over here for a trail.
Wait, looks like there's a road right out there.
Got a trail going this way anyway, so it must go somewhere.
The prey have endured the wet woods from the word go, and the open road is a welcome relief from the slop. But the early wake-up call keeps them on high alert.
Just left a mean track.
Mantracker's also glad to exit the bush. With just enough evidence to keep them on the heels of their prey, the trackers anticipate Cam and Pete's likely path.
If they come anywhere close to this thing, they're gonna leave a track.
You want to lead a false trail up this road?
Sure.
Dude, it's cut block everywhere. New plan.
We're gonna have to stay north, man.
Might have to get you to go first, Curtis. My horse is scaredy cat. Oh, got their tracks are hurt. Yeah, they skirted around there somehow. We got tracks over here. Can you see tracks going that way?
Yep.
I think he's probably going up the ditch. Right here, all this is pushed down. There's a bunch of dirt on that leaf. Oh, we better make some ground up, Curtis. We'll stay on the road for now.
You want to cut through this?
Just cut through this.
We want to be wary if we're clear of that swamp, though.
We cleared it, man.
See, we got a good smear mark up here. Somebody's taken a step there and skidded back down. We might be staying right in this little ditch here. They're not that old because some of them aren't full of water yet. It's not really good tracks, but it's a real good sign. That's getting wet, boys.
Might have to start bushwhacking again soon.
Having made good distance on the open roads, Cam and Pete jump back into the bush. They couldn't care less about the wretched weather and the sopping wet woods.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna break his hood.
Well, we only drive farther than Pete.
How's your sandwich, Pete?
Jammy. We'll cook it on. Alright, do it. Swim for a swim.
Oh. This is where waders come in. Whew. That ought to cool you down if you weren't cool already.
I mean, you don't see Mantracker for a really long time. You really start to forget that you're being chased by two guys on horseback. I was taught a month ago. Ooh, animal trail. I'm gonna take it. To buy my time and take it slow. You become complacent in a sense. So we were joking around, you know, being loud, being obnoxious.
Gotta be a moose trail.
Huh? Huh? Bang away.
Fine way.
Oh, one of them crossed here, eh? That's the one with the big lugs. Oh, wait a minute. They got a double track. They both crossed right there. They've tried to make one set of tracks with both of them crossing. It's pretty good, but not good enough. Thought I heard a snap down there just when we were backing up.
Swamp! Swamp, swamp, swamp. Whack, 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 whack.
Does this trail go right around this lake? Yeah, it'll take us up to the high ground. And then it's bushwhacking? I think so. Oh, goody.
The prey managed to keep their spirits up despite the terrible weather. But the bog is no laughing matter. The spongy bottom makes them wander, draining their energy.
Pete. Good. 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 Top of the hill, bud.
Are we kind of starting to angle away from those guys? Yeah, we are. We got them this way somewhere?
Yep.
Come on. Deeper than I thought.
Road. Oh, the bushwhack pays off. You want to just head this way? Grab the map. The first road we've seen in like 2 hours.
It's this road right here. Southwest, northeast. Let's walk it.
The open road quickly sobers the jokers. Sensibility is set in.
It's almost like civilization. Back here a little bit, we've got a quad trail heading down and through. Well, let's wander back this way and see what happens.
Knock, knock.
Somebody in there?
Trailer man. All right, dude, let's hit this trail. Let's get back out there, make some ground.
Okay, keep going straight on that last one.
Yeah.
Is this that trail you're telling us about?
Yep.
Oh, we got tracks here too. There's that heavy lugged sole we've been following. And that other set of tracks right beside it. Well, that's close enough for me.
Oh, yeah. Ooh. Well, this has been a very interesting day. Just soaked to the bone. Wow, these bushes are all just so wet. It's ridiculous. I love it, man.
Oh, we just heard him over here.
Towel? I think it's a dress. It's a loincloth for sure.
Heard somebody talking.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Oh, we just heard him over here.
I like the path up there better. Okay, well, let's go back to that path.
Listen, they're ahead of us still. We just hear them talking up there. Oh, there they go right there. Howdy, boys. I'm in right here. We got tracks over here.
Knock, knock.
Oh, there they go right there.
Dialed in and moving inch by inch, Mantracker has crept up on his startled prey, only to get held up by more Alberta bog. But the attack has jolted Pete and Cam from their complacency.
The mood has definitely changed, yeah, like it's just, we're sitting in some muskeg, so he's not gonna follow us where we are, but we're just trying to see if we can see him. Yeah, before he sees us.
As soon as the horse head came out of the bush and I just saw Mantracker's face there, and that was, the first real feeling that, okay, he's actually there. That he scared the out of me. I was out of there in a second. We escaped Mantracker. We hunkered down in a swamp. All right, let's cross this bad boy. Knew he couldn't come in there. It was just crazy sphagnum moss everywhere, just really unstable footing.
He's not going to be walking on this.
Let's stay in the swampy.
To actually see them and run into them was good. Have a little bit of contact. Make sure they're still our prey and not just two guys locked in the bush. And we tried to chase them, but we got into a real mess with a bunch of muskeg. She's getting deeper. Come on, come on.
Mantracker's got to be near, man. Let's get back out there, make some ground.
We saw them on that little trail, and we followed them through a bunch of muskeg. They've gone straight across, and they're going to hit that river down over here. And Curtis doesn't think they can get across it. Oh, goody. Well, let's point that direction and see what we can come up with. You can lead on, you know this country.
The tone of the chase has changed. Mantracker now has the momentum. The prey push ahead, off trail, but much more alert.
Dude, it's just like the bank's ending. Like, it's gonna get really steep and sketchy.
We got way more than just a bit to go.
We had a problem with the rivers and the height of them, so we ended up having to modify our route a little bit. Let's beeline, okay? I'm down.
We kind of took a chance and we angled a little bit left, knowing that they were headed for the river. We decided we were going to cut into the bush and try to figure out if we were behind them, in front of them, whatever. But we were going to take a calculated guess and see what we'd come up with. Hold up, Curtis. We kind of got a crossroads right here. We've been on pretty good trails, so we might have got ahead of them. Why don't we take 10 and just hang out here? We had a good view of downhill to the meadow, uphill around us, and we thought, okay, all the trails lead to here. You watch that way in that meadow, and I'll kind of watch up here where this trail's coming down. Here they go, here they go. There they are, frickin' 40 yards away. They should have seen us moving through the bush. Howdy, boys.
Dude, they're right there. Right there. Where are they? Where are they? Right there. Another more.
Getting a little greasy. Both of them disappeared in a big hurry, and you know, we couldn't do much. It was just too thick.
The prey scramble downhill but are quickly boxed in by the swollen river. The trackers stick to the ridgetop, scanning for movement below.
Try to get around this thing somehow.
Out of sight, but not out of danger, Cam and Pete cling to the banks of the raging river. It's a narrow escape from the glacial current. Dark is falling fast, and the trackers can't be caught in this terrain. They have no choice but to retreat, find shelter, and secure the horses for the night.
I don't think that we could get across this, man. That wave is just way too huge.
It's gonna be a horrible wet night.
I think the coast is clear, man. Let's hit this. Oh, there's lightning again. Dude, we gotta make shelter, man. There's no way we're sleeping under the stars.
Wet, cold, and tired, the prey push as far as they can along the river's edge in hopes of finding a decent place to camp before the impending storm hits.
Here comes the rain.
Well, I'm going to be getting leaked on tonight a little bit, so that's going to be a little hard to deal with.
If you have some duct tape, we can fix it.
Weather ain't doing us any favors, is it?
Nope. It's just going to get tough.
Boxed in, cornered, not only by Mantracker, but, you know, the geographics itself with the raging rivers that's happening from all the floodwaters.
It should be intense. Last leg. Got to beat Mantracker up the mountain.
Let's do it. We're gonna make Mantracker's skills look mediocre at best. We're ready. Are you?
Let's stay in the swampy.
She's getting deeper.
Right there.
Howdy, boys. It'll be a horrible wet night.
We're ready.
The prey finally got a heavy dose of Mantracker at day's end. But keeping to the ragged banks of the flooded river, they managed to find a sheltered area to recharge. With morning's light, they're ready to go.
Day 2, baby. Day 2, same as the first. It's raining a lot. It's probably still pretty early, like, I think it's probably like around 6.
The trucker man's coming for us.
It's definitely not rest that I expected. As soon as my head hit my wet rain jacket, as uncomfortable as you might think that might be, I was out like a light. So the fact that we had a tarp over us and that we were at least warm at night was kind of a morale boost. Mentally, I mean, it could have been a lot worse.
Confident in their quarry's direction of travel, and knowing they couldn't have camped too far from their last sighting, the trackers continue the hunt. To bypass the flooded river, the prey set out with gumption on a track north. The constant wet doesn't faze them at all.
So that's northeast. You want to follow for a while?
Yeah, let's follow it like 100, 200 meters or something and bump back into the woods or something like that.
Upbeat and refocused, Cam and Pete home in on their route to the finish.
Let's do it.
Their bout with the bush continues.
All right, well, we gotta start cutting like northeast again.
What do you mean?
These railways.
No, the railway is northwest of us.
It's also northeast of us, though.
Yeah, but that's
where you
after
wanna
it
get.
passes the river.
Okay, oh, you want to get to that railway bridge?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
You got their tracks right here in the mud. We'll follow these tracks down here and see where they go. Oh, there's where they've gone in right there. Looks like they've gone straight up that hill.
Yeah, there's a road up on top there, and we can get around it if we double back here a little bit.
Okay, let's go.
That's a road up there.
Yeah, there's a road. I see an orange sign right there.
Oh yeah, how far is it away?
Looks like about 100 meters or so.
Okay.
All right,
So let's stay in the bushes hidden anyways. The railroad tracks are bound to be close. Let's keep heading in this direction.
We got a road here going across. The tracks are pretty wide open. Might have a good view of the corners there.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. A little wet.
Well, when they come right up and over that hill, would they come out about here?
Yep, it's right about right here. I seen it. I saw Mantracker.
I thought I heard something too, but these ravens are making such a racket. I'll kind of watch to the left. You can watch up there. Pretty good view of both.
Pete had spotted Mantracker sitting up there just waiting for us, waiting for us to make that crossing.
He thinks that we're going that way. He's trying to head us up this trail. Going a long way. Straight up. Get down. Get low.
I'd like to see some animals or something come out of there. At least we'd know something was in there.
Okay, stick with plan A.
Maintaining calm, the prey are determined to get past the tracker wall without a major detour. Luck provides an underground option.
Oh, it's doable.
Oh yeah, for sure. Mantracker's over there, so let's do it.
You hear that thumping? Sounded like a thump. Let's go check it out. Let's see what's going on down here. There is a culvert down there. Could have been a rock rolling through it, we heard though. They could come through there.
Stay in the water, stay in the water.
I got somebody right here, sneaking through the trees. Looks like they're walking up the creek. Where's that creek go, Curtis?
It's gonna take you up in the higher ground. There's a little bit of muskeg. There's a pond up there. And this road here kind of parallels with it.
Yeah, I don't want them to see me.
They're right there.
You see him?
They're right there. He's right here behind that pine tree.
Oh, I think he sees me.
Just keep looking around, Curtis. Try not to look right at him. Make him think that he's gotten away with something.
I think there's checking tracks there, man.
You don't think they saw us?
I don't think they saw us. I think they're just getting frustrated waiting where they were.
We just look back once in a while and kind of keep track of them. Let them think they got away.
It's 2 in a row today we've seen him and he hasn't seen us. 2-0 today. Undefeated streak for us.
Bunch of suckers right there. Come on. She's getting deeper. Oh, easy, baby.
I see them.
You hear that thumping? I got somebody right here sneaking through the trees.
They're right there.
Let them think they got away.
2 in a row today we've seen him and he hasn't seen us.
The physical nature of the chase has taken a back seat for the time being. Both trackers and prey are holding strong. It's now become a battle of wits at the railroad crossing.
Let's kind of take a wander in here and go back towards those guys.
We were going up this riverbed. We decided that it's probably pretty safe to follow a landmark. It puts you in the right direction. You know where you are.
I don't think we need to worry about the compass bearing, man. Let's just follow this thing.
And by walking on the side opposite to where we saw Mantracker, we know if he wanted to come get us, he'd have to cross the river, go down a really steep slope. So we're feeling pretty safe. Let's see Mantracker track us in this, man. The railroad tracks are bound to be close. Let's keep heading in this direction.
Knowing the prey are close, with several escape options, the trackers try to anticipate their route and hopefully corral them into more capture-friendly terrain.
Well, this is going to cover a lot of our noise, isn't it?
terrain was really fortunate for us. It didn't honk or anything, and it provided coverage for us to get out in a little bit of an open area without having to be worried. Yeah, we got a nice cliff up there on the left, a nice one to the right down the river. Just stick to the game plan.
We got a road off to our right, eh?
Yep.
And we just keep going this way. We should intersect that creek.
Yeah, we'll stay right in the middle of it.
Good. We kind of paralleled the creek they were in. We stayed up high. We'd stop every once in a while and listen, and we weren't hearing nothing, so we thought, okay, they're on the far side of the creek making good time. Curtis knew that this creek came out of a kind of a big old puddle up there, so we rode up there.
Straight up, right?
Yeah, straight up.
It's right there. Go.
Horse thinks there's something over there. Let's go over here and see what's going on.
Basically, what I think we're gonna do is just backtrack.
Didn't think the horses were going to come down the hill. Figured they were going to go around and try to head us off, so we had to make a new plan.
Least traveled path, baby.
But their stealth escape has created a different hurdle.
Where's our creek go?
They're lost.
Bed's right here. This ends right here.
Mantracker's head games at the culvert seem to have backfired on him, too. He hasn't seen or heard his prey for over an hour.
Come on.
Desperation is setting in.
I'm just going to keep skirting this edge and find a trail down. See if we can find that little puddle that's up there.
I think we follow that one then. You know, you're in dense bush. You can't really see any elevation or anything because you have mature trees. It's not like orienteering through some lake where you can identify with an island or a point or something like that. Subtlest mistake can set you back quite a bit.
The upside to being lost? Confusion for your pursuers.
Yeah, break the map out. The map out. Are you sure this is a... I don't know, does it look like a pond? Yeah, it's just a pond. It's a pond.
I gotta start thinking out of the box here.
Oh yeah, it's right here.
Okay, so that's our creek.
They're bad boy.
Pretty good spot to watch for me. I think there's a pretty good chance we're ahead of them now. We'll hang out here and see what happens.
There's our mountain, Pete.
Yeah. At the finish line.
Oh, there. Right across the pond. Right across.
It's right there. Go.
Horse thinks there's something over there.
Where's our creek go?
I gotta start thinking out of the box.
There's our mountain, Pete.
There. Right across the pond.
Mantracker's mind games early in day 2 have left him high and dry. It's been hours since he's had contact with his prey. But he finally gets a break when Cam and Pete reveal themselves on the other side of a lake.
There. Right across the pond. Just past the swamp there on the hillside.
Yeah, they're there. They're going through them trees over there. Right on the edge of the swamp.
It's a little boggy down there. We're gonna have to go up and around.
Yeah, we'll just stay high. Keep going right around in these poplars. Good traveling for us. We'll meet right up with them. When we saw them on the other side of the lake, there was a bit of a ridge there, and we decided we'd ride down there and try to get in front of them and catch one of them at least.
So, good left, Pete, and let's keep that bearing for as long as we can.
All right.
It's a good line. Let's keep it.
Sure heard something snap down there.
There's definitely something in there. I just don't know what it was.
Probably a pair of two-legged varmints.
With one last mountain to climb, Cam and Pete maintain their direct route to the finish.
Let the shit all there.
They know full well what will earn them this victory, a push through the bush.
All right, last leg of the hill. Let's get her done. Hopefully Mantracker's not on top.
Muskeg on a mountainside is not a good spot for a capture. The trackers need to adjust their plan of attack.
You want to just stay where it's clear? I'll go through here. Try to keep track of me, though.
As Cam and Pete forge upward, Mantracker digs in and holds his position beyond the muskeg perimeter. Curtis is sent to loop around to widen the search radius.
I thought I heard something over there. I don't see anything. Pete. Oh, where is he? You see him? They're up there. Okay, I just saw Mantracker. He's in all those bushes. You were walking right towards him. He's waiting for us to walk that way. They're 50 yards right there. We'll just kind of wander over this way and slide past them. And then we're going to go right at them. Stay real low. There he is. Get down. Yes. That's steep.
Oh, he's moving along.
Oh, we just had him down here. Too steep to go down.
Where'd that other fellow go?
I don't know. He's gone.
I can get around to the other side. We can probably pin him down there.
If you can get around, go ahead.
Yeah.
He's still moving. Go. In front of you, Curtis. 25 yards. I know exactly where I am. I don't know what I'm going to do here. I see him. He sees me. He's just following me along this ridge. He's not coming down here, though. He's getting frustrated. Don't think you're coming down here, eh?
Just give him a minute.
He wants me to think right now that he's going away. There he's going. Go to your left. That's where he went. No, the other way. Behind you. Right there. That's where he went.
That was a good run there.
Tracker pointed him out to me, and Curtis, he's in front of you.
He was down below me about 30 feet, but it was a good steep incline. He thinks he's got me, but I just had to give my horse a minute break. Just give him a minute. I just pointed my horse. I couldn't see what I was going through, and he just plowed me right through it, and we busted out, and there he was below me.
I got to the point where you just couldn't run anymore. You know, you're bashing your legs, you're falling all over the place. Felt the horse about 10 feet behind me, and it was all over. I just had to hope that Cam was still out there and making a run for it.
Curtis came back with Pete, and we had our little discussion and sent him packing. We had to go back across that little creek and back almost to where we saw Pete last and try to figure out where Cam was, because we had no idea. And what way am I pointed right now? North. Okay. So if he's back here still, he's probably going to want to come this way, right? Yep. Do what we did before, sit 25 yards apart. See what shows up.
I think Pete just got caught, I'm not sure. They cut him off, they were waiting for a break. That's exactly what Pete gave them. Okay, my plan now is to follow Pete's trail, basically.
The finish line is within striking distance for Cam, and he decides on a surprising route.
Keep following Pete's tracks.
I didn't want to finish with only one of us finishing because that's not a win.
How's it going, Curtis?
Going somewhere?
Not anymore.
That was good.
I hope we put up at least a fight.
You're Cam? Yeah. Thank you for walking into us, because we had no idea where you were. Got him, Curtis. Curtis got around him, and I'm sitting there thinking Curtis is going to catch this one too, and I'm just going to be a bystander. And as it happens, Curtis got around. Cam decided he didn't like that part, so he ran back across. And I'm thinking, perfect, I got to ride 15 feet and I can catch this guy. Going somewhere?
Maybe a little bit of relief because, you know, it was over and your body's drained, you're mentally drained, and with the way that the rain had poured down on us and all the obstacles that we faced, it was a little bit of a relief to be done and know that I was going to go home to a hot shower.
I would never picture them doing what they were able to do. We really underestimated the abilities of a horse through dense bush.
Well, it was just insane.
I'm sure they got cranky at me and I got a little frustrated at them, but you know, anybody that has to get out here and do this, I don't cuss their butt too bad. You know, I cuss the places they take me, but I don't cuss them. You know, they got a job to do and so do I, and we're fairly privileged to be able to do it.